The biggest thing, Kevin, is that you have committed runners on the wing. Point guards, their vision of the floor, their peripheral vision, they're always looking for guys. If they have guys committed to, once the ball is rebounded by their team, that their first two steps are hard, they're filling the lanes, and excitement and opportunities for highlights are coming.
Running with a purpose.
Running with a purpose, running ahead of the ball, and then attacking the rim with great consistency. Having great runners helps a fast-break game.
Good point. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. The talented forward pair of Durant and Green at the 3 and the 4. Curry and Thompson are the 1 and the 2. And it's Cousins in at the center, locking down the wing. Here's Dunn. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Parker outside. Dunn outside. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Cousins. Dunn shot's good.
Gorgeous jumper from Dunn. A stunning player who you have to respect from that spot on the floor.
A shot by Curry, no good.
And the great shooters know they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Parker. Back to Dunn. Shot by post. It's rebounded by Curry.
Just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake. Well, the Warriors are returning to San Francisco next season after 48 years in Oakland. That new arena in Mission Bay getting finished up, polished up, fresh paint. It's looking good there. Hopefully, it'll be just as rocking as Oracle Arena has been for this many years.
And here's Markkanen. After the three-pointer from Klay Thompson.
And how about the hops there by Markkanen? He knows not many guys can block that shot. Good at getting that close position.
And Durant gets it to go. Fred, some wondered whether they changed the name to San Francisco Warriors. Like before, instead with Golden State.
Too much history, I think, in Oakland that you don't want to do anything to disturb the fan base. It's the Bay Area's team. You mentioned it does have a history, Kevin, starting off back in San Francisco in the 60s, and will become a powerhouse. It seems even more fitting to claim the entire state, the Golden State Warriors.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
This is also one of those things where you start to think about how you're going to change your defense already, if at all possible. Make someone else beat you.
Here's Carter. After the made shot from Klay Thompson. And that one's good.
I like how efficient Parker is. When he gets in that area, he's just smelling points.
Here's Thompson. And he sinks that one into the back of the rim on the way in. Thompson's got 7 points.
This guy is so tough to guard. He feels like he can take any challenge that the defense is going to throw at him.
And they scored 7 turns already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Shoots from the corner. And no good. And the Bulls going the other way now. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Parker kicks to Levine. Back to Parker. They turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling a shot clock violation. 5 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Cousins. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Sweet shot there. Cousins facing you up, turning with his body, backing you down. It just depends on the matchup, what he wants to go to.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Warriors ahead. They're up by 5. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment.
where one of the guys need to take more shots, and sometimes where we can be a little bit too unselfish. You know, if one guy thinks, hey man, I'm taking too many shots, let me get someone else involved. But if you got it going, we all want you to shoot.
Green knows that, Greg, if you're in the zone, keep firing.
And with his unselfishness and vision, Green more often than not is the one setting the table.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And taking a look at the Warriors' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
A total team effort. Each guy looking to make the extra pass.
Well, as the coach of the team, you just can't ask for anything more. Obviously, this is propelling them to their advantage in the game.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. They've got Iguodala, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Bell, and there's Livingston, and it's McCall shooting off. One of the best NBA athletes of his era, Andre Iguodala, and still you can make the case that it's his intelligence that's his strongest attribute.
And most of the time, the comments from Steve Kerr or Ron Adams, defensive guru on the coaching staff, talk about how Andre Iguodala is a coach on the floor. So he's been a great mentor for Klay Thompson and some of the younger players who are coming along with the Warriors. Talk to them about how he thinks, what he sees, and what he does. Big reason why the Warriors have won multiple titles.
Time passes to Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rim.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Especially in a game that is this close, every possession counting. That was just one side wanting it more than the other. You know, he didn't score the ball much in the first quarter, but he has been really, really solid during the second quarter. I expect a big game from him now.
He lifted the two-hander on the slam.
The submergency from him there. Got that bucket. Livingston's got the lead up to 5 now for the Warriors. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. One of my favorite moves is the Euro step. I know it's one of yours as well. There are a lot of guys that can do it well.
Well, I got to see Manu Ginobili step around for years in San Antonio. But I think James Harden is still the most devastating Euro step player we have in the game. There's something about the lefties, isn't there? Definitely have a hard time figuring the lefty out.
They threw you off with automatic just by the left hand.
Right.
Then they had the little sidestep.
And James Harden with the shiftiness and the way he moves the ball around and draws contact. Now, there are a lot of people that get aggravated by that, but it's nearly impossible to stop, especially when he's got his password with the Euro step.
Slivers. Bulls making a switch here. Levine's checked in. Livingston, no luck.
No doubt disappointed with that one. He'd love to have that one back.
Yeah, I put that play on repeat. The setup was perfect. Just need a better result next time.
And they repeatedly broke inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
For 3, Bell. Another 3 for Golden State.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of the last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
And that's out of bounds. Chicago Warriors take possession. Chicago has made some changes. Carter, he's checked in for Lopez. Lowry Marketing comes in for Bobby Portis. And Butler subbed in for Justin Holiday. Levine for 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Livingston finds Iguodala. Banked in off the glass. And it's a 6-point Warrior lead.
Good high release that time from Andre Iguodala, easily getting the shot over the defense.
For Chicago, they've gotten all but one of their 7 shots in the second quarter. Really impressive. The shot's good. Butler's got his second best of the game.
Coaching staff high-fiving themselves there, watching that team move the ball around, doing whatever is best for the team.
And the Warriors take on 2 more.
Looking like a younger Draymond Green out there. Bell's willingness to give it up, a strong asset.
And 2 more, that's what they like to get right now.
Working the clock is one element, but you also want to get as good a shot as you can.
And the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Levine. And there's the pass to Iguodala. And out of bounds as the Bulls take possession. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. knocks it loose. It's stolen by Livingston. And here comes Livingston, leading the fast break. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Great vision from Sean Livingston, scanning the floor and finding the man.
Over to the lane. Here's Parker. And it's Iguodala with the rebound. 1 second left. Oh, and the buzzer is good.
Great awareness of the clock to end the quarter.
You like to finish things on a positive note. He times that one beautifully.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their lead is where it is because they've got good shots. A lot of good shots. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Andre, how have you guys established things in the first half?
Communication. Communication comes short on the stat sheet, but in order for us to be a good team, everyone has to be on the same page, and we're doing it tonight.
We'll see if you keep talking in the second half. Thanks, Andre. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. Well, for Golden State, Shaq, what are your thoughts on Golden State?
You know what, Ernie, I got to stand up on this one. I salute to their bench. Man, once the starters came out, man, the others just came to life. You got to love seeing that kind of contribution come from the others. Man, they look beautiful tonight.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Bulls.
Well, they're giving up too many high percentage looks, Ernie. They're not closing down the lane, and they're not going hard on the perimeter. That will get an L in any book.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
Welcome back to the hustle and bustle of Chicago. A time-lapse view of all the traffic heading toward downtown. And we've got third quarter basketball, so here's the quarters in the books. Bulls trail by 8. Our second half of basketball, then presented by Gatorade. That seems all filled up and on the floor to start the third. So the Bulls drive right now. Levine and Parker are the wings. And down low, it's Markkanen and Carter. And it's done in a point. To the middle, that's at 5. And Carter with the basket on the assist by Parker. Carter's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Bulls. Well, the fans happy to see Jabari Parker healthy and doing what he does best. Brent, talk about what makes him, in your opinion, so special.
Well, just how many comebacks he's had and just how much fortitude he's shown so far in the early part of his career. Lots of comparisons early on to Melo and to Grant Hill. He's capable of carrying a team offensively. Just nice to see him on the floor.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, since the rise of the Warriors, we've seen a fair amount of soul-searching by the league's other contenders. There is incredible pressure to shake things up. Now, sometimes it can elevate a team, but we have often seen also can tear a team apart.
It can be fragile for sure. David, thank you so much. Thompson is checked in for Sean Livingston. Dunn kicks to Levine. Nice open look, but it's no good. Warriors lead by 9. Right side Green. Shoots over Markkanen. Tries again. And the layup good by Cousins.
Yeah, couldn't have asked for a better start to the second half, minus that one miss. 3 of 4 now from the field right now in the second half.
Chicago calls timeout.
Well, last season was just devastating for DeMarcus Cousins, a big man with an Achilles tear, and it's a tough injury usually for a heavier or taller player. DeMarcus is both of those. It happened happened right before the All-Star break. Hated to see it, but happy he's been able to get back on the road to recovery, and hopefully he'll regain his All-Star form.
Lopez is kept in for Portis. Bobby Portis comes in for Markkanen, and Justin Holiday subbed in for Zach LaVine. Portis nails the baby hook. Portis has got 6 points. And with Cousins and his Achilles, quite often a very lengthy recovery, and you aren't guaranteed, Brent, to be the same afterwards.
No, I think that's the biggest concern, obviously. The one thing that Cousins has, though, is with his size and strength, that if he can get down the floor, he can still dominate from that position. But yes, I'm with you, Kevin. We all are hopeful that Cousins can have the athletic ability and the mobility that he had prior to the injury.
And that one's good. Durant, he's got 8.
KD gets down into the block and a little shoulder shimmy and moves away from the defense. No way to get to that shooting window.
Dunn dishes to Lopez. Durant against Parker. Dunn outside. 6 to shoot. Free throw line jump shot. Warriors with the rebound.
That's a wide open shot. Sadly, he came up short.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, and then the fear sets in that you're going to create driving lanes that could lead to easy buckets. This is not an easy fix.
Parker surveying the floor. Pass to Dunn. They get it back. Lopez. And that's good. Nice job on the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And this is what happens when you fail to block out.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent vision.
Now, when your opponent's down and frustrated, this is when you can turn it up.
Here's Parker, and the dunk by Parker.
And that's ferocious. Parker utilizing that vertical and that timing to perfection.
Inside. And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Green. And that's 10 points for Kevin Durant.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
Well, collectively, they've done it tonight here. A passionate performance from the squad.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And another 3 for Golden State.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Dunn kicks to Lopez. Holiday left side. Over Green. Can't hit from 12. And as we continue the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Warriors ahead, running away with it. And will return shortly. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. The league playing at a faster pace overall now. Will there ever come a time when every team will play with that same speed?
No, because one team will always be faster than the next. So it's never going to be exacting for every ball club. And as you and I have talked several times, Kevin, you got to play to your strengths. And even though teams are finding more positionless basketball players, some of these guys have attributes to their game where you want to get them in certain positions. That takes time.
It's all about personnel.
It's all about your personnel. And again, putting those guys in the proper place where they can succeed more often.
On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. It's the core of the Warriors out there with Curry, Clay, Iguodala, KD, and Draymond. LaVine kicks to Valentine. Tipped away. Carter, the pass to Parker. Green, LaVine, drops. It comes off an assist from Parker.
without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Klay Thompson, another one of those sons of former players. I wonder what that's like. Michael Thompson, his dad, the #1 overall pick many years ago, and Klay had the ball in his hands, obviously, at a very young age, and he taught the shooting form to Klay, which looks pretty perfected at this point.
Fourth quarter basketball, we're about a minute into it. And despite all the encouragement from his father, Klay said he didn't envision a pro career until late in college.
Well, he certainly wasn't a top recruit coming out of high school. So here's a little trivia for you, Kevin. Alongside Luke Walton and his father, Big Red Bill Walton, Klay and Michael Thompson, the only father-son NBA duo with multiple titles apiece. I just got one.
LaVine kicks to Carter. Pass to LaVine. Switches it out to Markkanen. And it's off from three-point range. Passes it to Bell. Back to Iguodala. Bell against Carter. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
You got to make an effort to keep Bell out of the paint. Good at finishing around the rim.
The Bulls have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. And Durant comes to help. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul.
Omer Usher. Cristiano Felicio. Chandler Hutchison. Cameron Payne.
To the paint. Here's Valentine. He's up and off the prettiest.
To give a ton of credit to the screener there. That was a perfect pick to give his teammate the space to knock down the shot.
Durant, the pass to Bell. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, a menace in the paint once Jordan Bell establishes some position down there. It puts the defense in a tough spot.
Justin Holiday's checked in for the Bulls. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. The pass to Hutchison. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists in the game. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Golden State Warriors.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Warriors.
And this was one that never really was in doubt. I thought an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in the midst. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Steph Curry.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash over.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Durant. Patrick McCaw comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Livingston in for Thompson.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
Well, you want to close the door on any type of comeback effort. This has been a vault. Ka-ching.
Right. Pass to Hutchison. And it's off the back rim. No good.
The defense, not so good. When you're deep inside like that, you got to come through.
Good on the triple.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exit.
The team came in fired up from the opening tip. See the focus. We're ready to do battle. plays.
I would hope so. Shoot from 8. And it's Golden State with another.
He's got to stay with Livingston. The D cannot let him dice them up with his handle.
To the paint. It's blocked. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.